I get from Baker Mayfield, I get leadership, I get stability, I get production, I get talent, I get efficiency. Check, 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 check. To me, where I would rank him amongst quarterbacks, I'd have him as the 8th overall quarterback. I will say this about Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield, he hasn't played at the level that we saw him play in 2024 so far this season, but I do think that he's doing some good things. I mean, so far on the season, 382 yards, 5 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, 75.1 QBR. I mean, but he's also only averaging 5.5 yards per attempt. His completion percentage is 60. So, there are some things that Baker Mayfield is doing this season that makes you say like, hey, he's doing some good things. And then there's some things where you're like, okay, I want to see a little more here. But one thing that I've admired about Baker Mayfield so far this season is he's been in close games these last 2 weeks where he had to have a drive to put his team in a position to win the game. Obviously, week 1 against the Falcons, put his team in a position to win the game by throwing that touchdown. And then in week 2, got his team into field goal range, and they ended up kicking a field goal to win that game yesterday. So I look at that and I say, that's very impressive I'm sorry, not a field goal. Baker Mayfield put his team in a position to score a touchdown. I'm sorry. There's so many games that happened this week. I apologize for that. Baker Mayfield, the last 2 weeks, has put his team in a position to win the game. He has done things late in the game, 2 touchdowns on the last 2 drives of the game. Obviously, this week and last week, scoring a touchdown to put his team ahead. It's impressive. Baker Mayfield is becoming one of the more clutch quarterbacks in football. He's becoming one of those guys that you look at him and you say, hey, when we need a drive to go win the game, this guy's going to get it done. And even though I don't think he necessarily played great the last 2 weeks, there were some struggles for a majority of those games. You got to look at what he's done icing these games at the end of the game, and you say, wow, that's really, really impressive. And you talk about a guy that's turning around an organization. I mean, look, the Buccaneers, after Tom Brady, they were shuffling. And Baker Mayfield came into that organization and provided stability. For all of the criticism that he received pre-draft about him not being able to provide stability to an organization and him being a guy that has character concerns, he has really proved a lot of people wrong. I mean, it's been impressive to see what Baker Mayfield has done with the Buccaneers organization. And this is a guy that I think you could win a Super Bowl with. If your team's good enough, and again, because the conversation now has turned into, hey, he could win a Super Bowl if he has the Eagles. Okay, that's not what I mean. This is a guy that I think if you have a good enough roster around him, he could put you in a position to win a Super Bowl. I think that not only is he talented enough, but his intangibles and the stability he provides to an organization and the leadership that he provides to his team, it's very impressive. And he's been productive as hell these last few years. I mean, you go over some of his stats from the last few years here. I mean, this year, 5 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. He's playing efficient football. Year before that, 41 touchdowns, 16 interceptions. 28 touchdowns, 10 interceptions the year prior. I get from Baker Mayfield, I get leadership, I get stability, I get production, I get talent, I get efficiency. Check, 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 check. To me, where I would rank him amongst quarterbacks, I'd have him as the 8th overall quarterback. I mean, that's how high I am on Baker Mayfield. Because to me, what I'm hearing is that hey, Jaden Daniels and all these guys, they're elite, amazing, awesome, epic quarterbacks, generational talents. When you have a guy like Baker Mayfield, for the past 3 years here, you're talking about 4,000 plus yards, 28 touchdowns in 23, 41 touchdowns in 24. I mean, he's on his way to probably another 30 plus touchdown season for the third year in a row. It's impressive to see what he's provided that organization. Not only that, he is tough as hell. I mean, to me, he reminds me a lot of what Dallas has in Dak Prescott, where like everything that you want from a quarterback, he has it. And it's really impressive to see what the Buccaneers have with Baker Mayfield. So I'm blown away. A few years ago, I thought, he was going to be out of the league, but man, what he's done, it's been really impressive. And I know that organization is proud of him. I know that fan base is proud of him. I'm proud of him. I always love when people prove people wrong. And that's what Baker Mayfield is doing right now. And it's very impressive to see.